Hi guys, Good Geographer here, and I've got a new video here today to help explain the different types of team comps within Overwatch. If you are new to the game or haven't been taught what the main team comps are, then this video will be extremely helpful, as I will go over the names of each comp, what characters are generally played in them, and other terms relating to the comp. Note that this is not a guide on how to play each composition, but is just a video to help introduce people into some of the more complex aspects of Overwatch, which the game doesn't teach you. First, just a little introduction to the four main comps, then I will individually go into detail for all of them. Okay, the four main comps are Dive, Deathball, Bunker, and Skirmish, and I'll explore all of these soon. But one thing to remember was there was once many more comps before the 2-2-2 roll lock, so let's have a moment of silence for Quad DPS, Quad Tank, and Goats. They will not be missed. It is also important to remember the 6 roles within Overwatch, being Main Tank, Off Tank, Main Support, Flex Support, Main DPS, and Projectile/Flex DPS, as these roles all have their handful of characters that are played within each comp. There is an exception with Main Tank, as Main Tanks dictate the composition and how the game is played, so they really only have one option with each comp. But let's start with the first comp, Deathball. Deathball was the first main composition to be popularized within Overwatch due to its simplicity and character roster at the start of the game. It's got its name by how your team aims to play, in a ball bringing death to the other team. Deathball is a simple comp. It involves your whole team staying close together and moving as a unit, trying to have fights as frontline versus frontline. In this comps, the roles will often play the listed characters. Main Tank will play Reinhardt, Off Tank will primarily be Xayah, but you can also go D.Va or Sigma. Main Support is Lucio, Flex Support is Ana, Moira or Bap, Main DPS is McCree, Reaper, Soldier, Ashe, or just anything with close to medium range. Flex DPS is Mei, Junkrat, Hanzo, Doomfist, or any of the main DPS characters listed. Next up in conceptualization is Dive. Dive is a simple comp in theory, but is very difficult to pull off in practice. The aim of Dive comp is to find an immobile or fragile target and use mobility to jump onto and attack the target at the same time as your team. Hence, you are diving the target. This comp consists of, for Main Tank, Winston or potentially Hammond, Off Tank is D.Va, Main Support Mercy, Lucio or Brig, Flex Support Ana or Zen, Main DPS Tracer, Doom, Sombra or Widow, and Flex DPS is Echo, Doom, Genji, Pharah or Sombra. Next up is Bunker, which is also called Double Shield. It is a really flexible comp in how paced you can play it. You can run it with double snipers and play real slow, or crank it up to 11 with Doom and Reaper. The comp revolves around utilizing your 2 shields and heavy damage to constantly apply more pressure than you're receiving. It is great at holding positions and slowly taking ground, but it is the most immobile comp by far. The characters are, for Main Tank, Orisa, Off Tank, Sigma, Main Support, Mercy, Brig or Bap, Flex Support, Zenyatta, Ana, Moira or Bap, and for both DPS, literally anything, but just make your selections based off map, enemy team, and desired pace of play. And finally, for the newest style of comp is Skirmishing comp, or alternatively called HBT, which stands for Hog and Ball Torture, which may give you an idea of what tanks are generally played in it. It is a weirder style of comp as it looks to be everywhere on the map looking for favourable fights or picks to win the game. Since it does a lot of flanking and splitting, it is often much weaker when the team is forced into a certain area or choke point. It is a really annoying comp to play against as you are generally always in danger, as there is not a single safe place on the map, hence the name Hog and Ball Torture. For characters we have, for Main Tank, Wrecking Ball, Off Tank, Roadhog or Sigma, Main Support, Brig or Mercy, Flex Support, Zen or Ana, Main DPS, Ashe, Widow, Hanzo, Tracer or Sombra, and Flex DPS, Echo, Sombra or Hanzo. Okay, that is all the comps accounted for, so let's just do a short summary. Deathball, the whole team moves as a unit and is better on close quarter maps where it is hard to outmaneuver them. Dive, the team looks to select a target and use their mobility to simultaneously attack them, and it's better on more vertical maps as they can use their mobility to outmaneuver the other team. Double Shield, the team uses a Orisa and Sigma combo to have a heavy frontline presence and is extremely flexible backbone to allow for more specialization, like Double Sniper or the Doom Reaper combo. Skirmish, This team looks to constantly apply damage and kill pressure from as many angles as possible, while playing as independently as possible, and it's better on maps that allow you to get around the enemy and avoid choke points. But anyway guys, that's everything I had to say for the 4 main compositions and what they generally try and do, and what characters they do it with. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, why not leave a like and subscribe? It doesn't cost you anything and it helps my channel grow. My next video will be the episode 3 on Know Your Role, so make sure you sub to see that when it comes out. But till next, see you then.
My phone lights up but it's never